Hello, and welcome to the project video demo of Night of Descent. Our project group members consist of myself, Thomas Shepard, Matthew Keogh, Shazad Shafiq, and Justin Makoto. For the purposes of this video, Matthew will be going over some of the assets that he's been working on. Shazad will be covering the level editor. Justin will be showcasing the implementation of some steering behaviors. And I will be going over some of the base game mechanics such as gravity and player movement. Now, I'll hand you off to Shazad, who will speak about the level editor.
So this is the level editor that we have created for our project, and you can drag and drop these entities on the grid, and it automatically snaps to the grid. Also, since we had many animations, we also created page on the sidebar. So if I press E, I get these animations. If I press Q, it moves to the previous page and gives me other animations. Also, in this level editor, we added another feature that lets user to set parameter of entities. For example, if I click on tab and if I select an entity, I can select its bounding box. For example, I can set its AI. It's going to follow the player. This entity is going to have no bounding box. It's not going to block anything, but it's going to have a patrol movement. If I press control over here, I set the patrol positions, and I set it over here. So yeah, so it's gonna set the patrol position of it. Also, I can set this thing. It's just gonna block vision. For this entity, it's just gonna block movement. Also, in this level editor, we added another feature that lets user to drag and replace the position. If I click over here, if I click tab, click position over here, it changes the position, and I can also remove the block, and it's gonna do it. So if I go back over here, you can see that it's moving, and yeah.
Next, we have Justin talking about steering behaviors.
New behavior I've been working on has been the steering behavior, so that to show it, so that I can show you how it's turning like smoothly. As you can see here, the turning is obviously this is not how it's going to work, but for showing off purposes, for you to see how it's actually working and like how it's turning, and it's turning exactly how we want to. So far this is the steering behavior I have.
As can be seen here, we have level designs planned out for all three of our game's levels. Both levels 1 and 2 will feature multiple paths that the player can take, which will have effects upon their encounter rates for enemy mobs and the difficulty of the platforming sections that they will encounter. Scattered throughout levels 1 and 2 will be bonus potions that act as rewards to the player for fully exploring their environment. Level 3 will consist mainly of platforming within these three main sections, a combination of platforming and combat in this section, and then finally the final boss in the boss arena. Now to end off, I'll pass you on to Matthew, who will speak about the assets.
I've primarily been working on the assets for Night of Descent. All of our assets are modified versions of free assets from online and our past assignment. As of recording, the game has 198 assets, some of which have been shown off through this demo, but some things you have not seen is our 5 different BGM tracks, as well as different textures and animations that have not yet been fully implemented into the game. Currently, the shaders that are being worked on is different shaders for different spell effects, shaders for our elite enemies, and color variants for existing assets, an effect for being on low HP, effect for items that you can pick up, an effect to have an entity fade out, a special shader for our final boss, and most importantly, shaders for lighting.
Thank you for watching our demo for Night of Descent, and I hope that what you have seen here has you looking forward to seeing the completed project.